Just a quick note, I sent out the agenda for last month's notes right before this meeting, so I apologize. It's so late and it's very brief because we had a short meeting.
I didn't print those.
Okay, I see everybody except for Nick and Mary Lou.
I don't know what I'm hearing, but
I'm hearing some kind of voices.
I do hear voices in the background.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna turn off mine because my husband's with the twins in the other room.
They're voices from Christmas past.
God bless us, everyone.
You know, Gloria, I watched that already this year. I watch that every year.
So have I. I've already watched it twice. I love it.
we were at the Plymouth Phil the other night at their Christmas concert, and they did a whole section, the Christmas present. And Stephen Cariodonis, the director, had put it to music. I mean, they didn't sing the part. They had an actor reading the whole thing, but he did background music. And they had the Plymouth Intermediate School Choir singing a song that supposedly Tiny Tim sang. And it is just really nice. So I haven't heard the whole thing or watched the whole thing, but I kind of feel like I have.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Nice.
What's my favorite? I'd love to see something like that in person, though. I really would. I'd like to see that interpretation of it.
It was good.
Okay, it's about 3 or 4 after 2. So it looks like we have Emily, myself, Diane, Gloria, Doug, Rich, Debbie, Robin, and Shari. We're missing at this point Mary Lou and Nick. Okay, so call the meeting to order at 2:04. Welcome, everybody. And the sun just came out in Bridgewater, so it looks like a beautiful day all of a sudden. Did everyone get a chance? I know they just came out a few minutes ago, but did everyone get the opportunity to look at the very short previous month's minutes?
No, I didn't get to print them. I can't print them up yet.
Okay. Everybody else?
I don't know that I got it.
They just came maybe 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago.
I don't think. All right. I don't. Okay.
You know what? I
got-
mean, we could actually wait to the next meeting. We could approve 2 months meeting. I would think at the same time. That way, everyone will get an opportunity to look at them.
Good idea.
Does that sound okay?
Yep.
Sure.
Good.
Or if they're short, you could just read them to us. Either
Want
way.
me to read them?
I can't get to them either at this point.
You want
I
me
see
to
it.
read
Yeah,
them?
I see it. I
Sure,
see it.
thank you. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see them, but I've got them up here, but they don't download. They don't seem to download, so just, but if you want to read them, that's fine. But
I think that will work. Thank you.
Okay, give me 1 sec, let me pull them up. They're very brief. We missed Gloria, so there is no treasurer's report. It has the holidays listed from November as well as December. The only day, holiday we have this month is Christmas, Monday, the 25th. And then it has a list of what I reported on for the holiday activities. We talked about the holiday parties, the holiday lights donations. I gave a brief update on nutrition and meal program updates like Meals on Wheels, Bistro, LGBTQ lunches. Building wasn't really discussed in details because, knock on wood, there's nothing wrong. We did have a new ceiling tile leak from the weekend over the weather, but that was not evident last month. Outreach services, we talked about what kinds of things Kathy Hayes, our outreach coordinator, is seeing. A lot of loneliness, isolation, and now, thankfully, it's all over, but open enrollment for Medicare took place, so we talked about that for a minute. I gave a brief update on the transportation programs, which are our COA van as well as Bridgewater Cares Transit, and a little bit on the volunteers and how we're currently recruiting for a volunteer coordinator. We always talk a little bit about what's cooking in social media and the newsletter, as well as email blasts that I send out every Friday or every other Friday. And then I just let everybody know very briefly that the community gardens project that we have been discussing is the application to the Community Preservation Committee. The application to the CPC is going in this month. So more to come on that at another time. And and if you go to the Town of Bridgewater website, just a quick little side note, on the YouTube channel, all of our meetings are recorded. So if you miss a meeting, you can just watch the recording. It has lots more details and lots more information on the group discussion piece.
Great. Well, you know, Emily, when you read it out loud like that, it sounds like there was an awful lot of last month's
It does, doesn't
meeting.
it?
It really does. And
I
you
was
were
thinking
saying
the
there's
same
not
thing.
much, but sounds like a lot. So now that everyone had an opportunity to hear the last month's meeting and digest it, do I have a motion to approve?
Yeah, I can actually see it here, so I'll make the motion to approve.
Thank you, Gloria. Do I have a second? I see you, Deb. Second, anyone that disagrees? Motion approved. Next thing is announcements and holiday closings. Next holiday, believe it or not, is Monday, December 25th, Christmas already. And right after that is Monday, January 1st, New Year's Day. I know we're closed both Mondays. Emily, are we closed any other days around that, or just the Mondays?
Just Monday. Yep.
Okay, great. And we have moved up to the treasurer's report. Gloria, are you prepared to present today?
I am, and I do
Great.
want to apologize. Last month, by the time I was able to get on, your meeting had already adjourned. So I did have a report, but I do have a current one. I have one for the expenses of the month of November. So it will give us the balances as of December 1st. Okay. So I'm going to begin with the Howard Foundation. We had an expenditures of $1,136, which were mainly for the Veterans Day celebration, leaving us with a balance of $5,057. And I always round up these figures to the nearest dollar. If anyone wants the true breakdown, I can give it to them, but it's a matter of cents. So I just do the rounding up for the simplicity. Then we'll go to COA revolving account, and this is basically for fitness classes. We expended $1,750, and we are left with a balance of $1,729. We had no expenditures in the needy seniors account, leaving us a balance of $1,196. And then on to miscellaneous donations, and this was in the month of November for Matt York Entertainment and for the Shades of Grey concert. So we expended $542, leaving us with a balance of $33,435. And then our nutrition donations, which always go to Bistro and all the kitchen supplies that I needed, we expended $1,267, leaving us with a balance of $8,324. That's my report for this month.
Okay, well, that was a very detailed report, Gloria, very great. Does anyone have any questions for Gloria? Okay, well, thank you, Gloria.
Welcome.
Next, we move on to the director's report. Emily?
Hi, Mary Lou.
Hi, Emily.
You made it.
I did.
Let's see, so there's some exciting things going on. We had, the Save Volunteer program came to a close last month, so I wanted to share how vital that program is to our department as well as all town departments where a Save Volunteer is placed. This round, we had 13 seniors who participated in the program, and it's minimum wage, so $15 an hour. And the maximum you can work is 100 hours or $1,500. And all except two, so we had 13 volunteers, all except two completed their hours. And this is an abatement program, so it's just outstanding that most of those volunteers are placed here at the COA, doing administrative work, delivering food, helping people at the front desk. It's just amazing how vital they are to us. So that was a huge plus this year. Every year it keeps maxing out. I think the assessor's office sets aside 20,000 as part of the town budget. So I just wanted to share that because it's really.
I didn't, Emily, I didn't understand what you were, and this is for the minutes now.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what you were just talking about. What?
Oh, the
what
SAVE
volunteers?
program. It's the Senior Assistance Volunteer. Oh, goodness. What's the E stand for? Employment. SAVE for short. And every year, every town across the community has volunteers who are age 60 plus, who are homeowners, and they are become a paid employee of the town through a tax work-off program.
Oh.
So they work 100 hours, they get $1,500 maximum off of their annual homeowner's tax, which is a lifesaver for folks. Huge, huge relief, financial relief. And a lot of our, actually, I shouldn't say a lot, every single one of our senior volunteers works beyond the time frame where they can accumulate their hours because they like what they do. They work at the assessor's office, they work at the COA, they work at the town clerk's office, they're running the polls. One gentleman works at the police station, and DPW just asked for somebody next round.
And you said there were 13 volunteers.
Yes.
Those are the townwide?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, and you said that all but two completed their hours.
Yes, some folks had a partial because of, a reason.
Okay, so there were 13 total volunteers that were participating?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, I get
No,
the-
I'm sorry, I should explain that. Actually, let me put that on the director's report for January, because that's when the next round of volunteer applications comes in. And then I could
Okay.
explain it more in detail, because if you know somebody who could benefit from the program, you could always refer them, and it'd be great for each of you as advisors to tell folks about the program, because not everybody knows about it. So I'm gonna make a mental note of that.
Emily,
Emily,
I had
are
one
we-
question in regard to that. Does the volunteer have to be below a certain income level to qualify?
No, not in Bridgewater. Some towns,
good.
most towns do have an income eligibility requirement, but we don't.
But they
Okay,
have to
good.
be, they have to be homeowners, you said?
homeowners, yes.
So they can't say live in Waterford or,
No, they have to own a home because the tax work off is for homeowners taxes.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, right.
Emily, are we
Yeah.
aware that the max amount of dollars has increased in the state now?
did it go up? Oh, good. Do you know what,
Yeah.
what it is?
2,000.
How much?
I think it's 2,000.
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Thank you, Doug. That's awesome.
May I add something to that?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is important because I applied, but in the town of Bridgewater, even if you're a homeowner and you pay all your taxes and you pay all your repairs and your water bills, if your home is in trust, unlike other towns in the area, you are not eligible for this program,
Good
which I
plan.
don't understand, but you're not.
Hmm.
So you should know that going forward.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thank you. That's good information.
So this Friday, we're celebrating the Save Volunteers with a little thank you party. We're also celebrating all the bistro volunteers, basically anyone who's worked a significant amount of time, you know, not the folks who are just doing once in a while kind of thing, but the ones who are really dedicated, helping out our department. We're celebrating this Friday. Oh, Deb got kicked out. She'll be back, Deb Heckbert. This Friday at Barrett's, and you are all invited. I sent the email out some time ago, but let me know if you didn't get it. Does everyone here get my emails? Okay. One
Yes.
person, and okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Emily, you had stated it's going to be 11 to 1 on Friday, correct?
Correct, yes.
Yep.
If you can, bring a Yankee swap gift, $20 or less, and the rest is on us. Should be a fun event.
Yeah.
The holidays. So this month is holiday month. Next week for Bistro, Regina and Robin are making their special spoon roast. And Robin, I think we have 70 to 80 people signed up for that.
Wow.
So it'll be a lot of meat.
Yeah.
It'll be a big one. And we're trying to encourage everybody to come to the senior center to eat it. Socialize, get out of the house, but we'll still have for Dave and Rich, you'll still be delivering to the
Yep.
folks that just can't for whatever reason. So that's our holiday party. We have entertainment with Jeff Snow, who was very popular with the folks coming here. He does a Celtic gathering of music. So he does some storytelling. He plays soft music as well as lively Celtic music. That's next Wednesday. And then the New Year's Eve party. I think we spoke about this at some meeting. We're really doing it up. They want something big. So everybody, if you can come, please do help out. We'll be decorating. Dave, maybe you and I could get on the mic like we did right before
go.
COVID hit. And we'll have raffles. We have Laura James.
Oh, nice.
Have you seen her, Dave? I haven't seen her.
Yeah, she's really good. They've had her many times, I guess, at the senior center.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. She was excited to come back.
Good.
Was that the one that used to do the Christmas ones with her daughter and stuff?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her daughter. Yeah. And one time she had a granddaughter.
Yes.
She used to sing for the Platters. So
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know
very
that.
popular. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So we'll have Chinese food takeout. And it will be the same meal for our bistro delivery folks as well. So nice, affordable Chinese food delivery. And we'll get some little giveaways, little tchotchkes. The other holiday, so last week, the Garden Club led a very small but very meaningful floral arranging class for Hanukkah. So Nancy Sarno, the president of the Garden Club, came out, and we had 2 senior participants and our intern Karen, who's getting her master's degree in social work, and our transportation coordinator, Kaylee. And together they made 8 or 9 floral arrangements, which we've been delivering to folks who are lonely. So
Aw.
not a big piece of the community came in to do the work, but the small group, 6 people maybe, just had a delightful time together. And we just brought it to folks. We had one arrangement. We had our LGBTQ lunch that Thursday, and one of the participants took it for her neighbor, which is wonderful. And that's, I think, the point of our work. Not everybody has to come to the senior center, but if we do something to support the ones in the community and in the building, I think that's like the crux of our work. So it was I just wanted to report on the feedback of that. And I think that's it for holidays this month. For outreach services, Kathy is going to be taking time off, well-deserved, because open enrollment is done. It's a very busy time of the year for her, and she did a great job. We're still collecting how many people she serviced, but I bet you it's pretty significant. She will be possibly in the January, February timeframe, we're thinking, leading a Buried in Treasures class, which is a class for the participant, so the person with hoarding disorder, to learn how to better improve their homes. Or it could be a caregiver of somebody with hoarding disorder. It's called Buried in Treasures because there's so many treasures in our homes that we can't part with. So she'll be teaching people how to do that, how to downsize, how to support yourself and not reoccur what you've collected over the years. Because some homes that we see in Bridgewater are just chock full of things, not just treasures like jewelry or furniture or knickknacks. I'm talking like a fridge full of expired food, or just floor to ceiling belongings. So someone with a walker can't navigate down their hallway, like really disruptive to their health and well-being. So Kathy's going to be teaching a class in partnership with Old Colony Elder Services. And I think it's a great way to help the fire and police departments too, because they are the first responders. They see it. They, you know, that what they see is just.
Are they looking for volunteers with that, Em? To
I don't
help?
know yet. I don't know yet. What are you thinking?
No, I didn't know if they were looking for people to help, like go into the homes and help clear.
Oh, I don't know. I will find out. I don't think so, because usually that's done through a company, like a
Okay.
clutter removal company, because there's more than just stuff. There's usually
Okay.
rodents and, yeah, Diane, I'm sure you've seen some, yeah, stuff that's not so pretty.
Hmm.
I will find out. I will find out.
I just also wanted to mention how you did your wreath.
Oh, I
The
almost forgot about that. The One Wreath program that we approached local business members, community groups, and individuals to donate a wreath went off with it was so much fun. So we raffled off. So 7 groups, 7 businesses donated a wreath, and Osama Quinn Club, St. Thomas Aquinas, Bridgewater State University's Martin Richard Institute for Social Justice, and many others made these beautiful wreaths. If you get a chance, if you're on Facebook, check them out. Gloria, I know you're not on Facebook, but I can show you what it looked like. And we just had folks line up down the hallway, vote for most creative, most charming, and many other categories. And then the best in show won a golden rocker. And that was
which I was like saying to myself, is there a golden rocker in here?
I don't think the group wants to keep it, but we're going to make this an annual event. And then the winning group gets the golden rocking chair, but they have to give it back every year. And the winner was, oh my gosh, I can't think of it off the top of my head. It wasn't the women's group with St. Thomas. It was another group. And it's a lot of fun to make it. And I think it was fun too for the participants, because they came and they weren't sure what to expect, but 7 people out of maybe 15 left with a wreath, a homemade wreath, which was really nice. Thank you, Robin, for that.
Yeah. It was a great idea.
I think we'll make it a little bigger next year, make it like
Yeah.
a festival. Yeah,
Yeah, display them out in the hall would be, not down that hall, but out in the bigger hall would be
Yeah.
nice.
yeah, great idea. Today starts 12 days of free rides. So we have our Bridgewater Cares van, which is free until the end of the month. Brockton Area Transit has free rides until May 2024. They received a sizable grant, so if you ever hear of transportation being an obstacle for seniors, please let us know. It shouldn't be, because there's no fees. It's available on demand, immediately, or by pre-booking, like for further away distances. Still trying to think of a way to get folks to Boston appointments, which is a real challenge. If they don't take the commuter rail, they don't have any friends, and they don't drive, or they don't have family. Getting to Boston is a hurdle, but if you have any ideas, please let me know.
Again, for the minutes, you started by saying that today starts 12 days of free rides. And now you're talking about something that's all free, and I'm a little confused.
Oh, sorry, Rich. The Bridgewater Cares Transit, our on-demand ride is free for 12 days. Usually it's $3 each ride.
Yeah.
And Brockton Area Transit, or BAT for short, is completely free for 5.5–6 months.
Some of the
Emily,
hospitals.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Diane.
Some of the hospitals in Boston offer a service that meets at South Station and transports patients depending upon the hospital. I don't know which ones, but that might be worthwhile to investigate. If somebody could get into South Station, there are vans that will pick up patients and take them. I know to Beth Israel, but I'm not sure about what the other hospitals do.
Oh.
We can look into that. Thanks, Diane.
And how old for that program does a senior have to be? To be a
Either
senior?
one is all ages.
Oh, good.
Okay, so it's not just seniors.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Bridgewater Cares is all ages. Even
Emily, I had 2
if
quick
you're in
questions.
high school, you can ride it.
2 quick questions. I know someone whose doctor has moved to Weymouth. Would that be out of the district for transportation?
That is out of the district, but if you have that person who's struggling with getting to Weymouth, please let me know. Because
Okay.
sometimes, well, I think we did this one time, but we had a woman going to her own doctor's appointment at the
Right.
hospital, and she doesn't mind bringing somebody with her.
Oh, well. Well, that would be nice.
Brockton Area Transit will not go to Weymouth, just as an
Okay.
aside note. It's just not enough, and the reason for that is there's just not enough folks going to that hospital, to that area.
Right.
I think I shared with everybody last time that we were funded, so the grant continues for Bridgewater Cares Transit through June 2025. Yeah, it's very cool. And it's a wonderful service. We transport about 25 people a day. People can book the ride through the app on their phone, or they can call the transportation coordinators here, or they can call Bill's Taxi to book their ride. And it's great. Takes a lot of people, actually, Sherry, there's a lot of people under 60 who are very happy about that, because they just can't drive. One gentleman, he can't see out of one eye, so to drive safely, he just, uses the CARES van. It's great.
Well, I know a woman who's maybe in her 50s, I'm not sure, but she's disabled. And I know that she only goes shopping at Roach Brothers because she can walk there or ride her bike there. She's more mentally disabled than physically. But it's so expensive at Roach Brothers that it would be better if she could get to Market Basket or someplace.
Market Basket or one resident we know of goes to Walmart in Halifax. She loves Wally World, as she calls it. It's super cheap. But that's, you know, one of the reasons why we put it in the grant was to get people with limited incomes out to affordable food, because you gotta eat. I mean, some people, they just eat so poorly because they have to afford an expensive medication. It's like juggling. That's not fair, you know?
Emily, I had a discussion with Tommy Arrighi,
Yeah,
who indicated that he would really like to see us push this program as hard as we can, because the more people that we can get, the more service he can provide. It's all dependent on the numbers of people, the number of people that go in the seats. So if we fill a bus, we might be able to get another bus. So he indicated to really push the program.
exactly. Yep. More people, there's actually, because, so this next round of funding, we're gonna reach out to the East and West Bridgewater Senior Centers. See if because we go right by their buildings when we go to Market Basket and, Compass.
Oh, yeah.
So if their seniors want to access the service, we're thinking about it. Nothing's confirmed yet. We're thinking about opening it up to them because they're already right there. So if they wanted to go to walk Market Basket with us, just zip by their house and pick them up. Let's see, programming. So programming is going great. Alice's Cafe for folks with memory impairment or without memory impairment. You don't have to have it to participate. Which is the beauty of the program because there's no bias. We don't talk about memory, and none of the activities are like incredibly challenging mentally, physically, or emotionally. It's they call it failure-free programming, and it's a lot of fun. That has been going very well. We now have a woman, Judy Kaitzer, coordinating it and facilitating it. She's a great artist. She was a caregiver. She has all of the skills that are needed to facilitate the program. So she attends the program and she gets to talk to the participants, making sure everybody's engaged and active. And she's great and has great ideas for little snacks to have when we're enjoying the coffee and conversation part in the beginning. You okay, Mary Lou?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking, make sure you're okay.
I am.
Okay. One of the things I wanted to share are the fitness classes. They keep growing. There's so many people that are participating. We're experiencing, I know you've heard this before, building constraints. The building is not big enough. We're really at capacity with our fitness classes in particular. So we're looking at reconfiguring different arrangements, like for Zumba, they go against the French door area. Because we have more people dropping in to the senior center. It's a good problem to have, but we need a place for them to sit, as well as the participants in the fitness classes to do their fitness. And having them in the same spot isn't always a good thing because there's conversation, there's noise, or there's people walking by. And if someone's trying to, you know, do the right stretch for like a yoga class, they want to be able to hear. So I just wanted to share that we're now back at space challenges. So we'll be looking at different ways to.
What about the buildings up front, Em? That sit empty?
The
Conant Center.
Yeah, couldn't that could be, I was gonna ask that too. Can it be used for fitness? Because that's health related.
Absolutely. We did actually when they were doing road work and then
Right.
something. And a lot of the feedback we received was it was too dark or too small. Yeah. We had our Arthritis Foundation program exercise was down there for a bit because it's our hybrid program. So some people are at home participating and some people are in person. And even the Wi-Fi, there were issues. If they can redo the lighting, and then we can have a staff person down there checking people in, which is also hard to do. That's an awesome way to get more
Yeah.
space. But it's small. That's the downside. The line dancers like it because the flooring is good. It's like a wood floor or linoleum. So you have to think of flooring considerations, all kinds of stuff. Down the road, I think expanding the back of the building. We'll have one of those conversations. Have it on site here, but yeah. Have to be creative. The community preservation application will be going in this month. I have letters of support from the Mitchell School, and the tree committee is meeting tomorrow, so they'll be sending over their recommendation to make this the community gardens, which is one of the parts or phases of the community meetings we had this year and late last year. So it's actually happening, which is really
That's
exciting.
exciting.
Yeah, so fingers crossed they approve it. We've got, Rich, I think you'll like this the most. We've got 9 raised garden beds. We've got the wood, we've got all the stuff. The kits are in the shed.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
we just need to dig up the dirt, lay a patio, put in the bench. There's a lot of work before we actually do anything, but we spent out the AARP grant that we received. It was $2,500 seed money to buy raised garden beds. And that's what we did.
Well, let me know when you need to start putting
Okay.
it together. I'll be glad to.
Awesome. Thank you. I was thinking maybe we could get an Eagle Scout or somebody
Yeah,
to help out.
Yep.
And if you haven't seen what the current Eagle Scout is doing in the side there, he's doing the bench. It's a nice bench. You probably haven't seen it because it doesn't look like much now, but there's an Eagle Scout working on the side of the building. And he wanted to do, it's like it's a bench, you know, a rocking bench, but it's covered. So if there's a little rain or anything, someone can still sit out there and stay dry, which is nice. Nice quiet space overlooking the woods. So he'll finish up with
I
that.
was
I think,
wondering what that
by
was.
December. Yeah, it's a bench. It's a very creative young person.
That's
Really
nice.
glad. And then for future programming, we're going into the winter months. So we'll be offering some, they call it digital literacy classes. So it's teaching seniors how to use their phone, tablet, iPhone or iTablet. Because of all of the isolation, less people go out during the winter months, you know, for fear of falling, or it's just too cold, or whatever the reason, but we want them to be able to still participate virtually, like we're doing now, or with our fitness classes. So we're going to be starting, it's a six-month program with a group called Kevin Tex, and he goes around to all the senior centers. And he actually has a curriculum, so it's kind of like senior college, but we're going to subsidize it through our donations, so it's affordable to everybody, because I think almost everybody has one of these now, but they may not know how to send a picture photo or hop on a Zoom call or organize their email addresses. So we're going to teach everybody how to do it and make it super affordable to them. Digital literacy. I thought that was kind of cool. But if I was going to ask this group if there's any winter programming you'd like us to offer the seniors, let me know, please. We have our Alice's Cafe, which is twice a month. We have our fitness classes, which are 5 days a week. I think our evening program, Sassy Stitchers, Diane, will continue through the winter months. Oh, you're on mute. Nope, Diane, you're on mute. Sorry.
She's got a ghost behind her.
Oh,
Okay, yes, we'll be taking a break, because Monday falls on the holiday, so we'll be taking a break, and then the first 2 weeks in January, we'll take a break. But I'll send you those dates that
Thank
will, okay?
thank you, thank you.
We've got about a dozen people that show up. So, you know, off and on, but there are 12 pretty good participants. There's somebody new starting tonight, so a brand new, somebody who wants to learn how to knit, so that'll be fun.
That's really great. That is just really great.
Well, it's been great because it's each one teach one. Everybody brings in something that they're working on, and then if somebody else is interested. Right now, Meredith Martin has gotten us all working on slipper socks. You know, some person she started, and then it's sort of ping ponged around, and everybody's making them now for Christmas. So we're all doing slipper socks, which has been
Great
fun.
idea. She is so talented.
Yeah.
All of you are. Oh, that's great. That's wow. Mondays are so much fun because the walking group, Jean Guarino leads the walking group.
Yeah.
And they go everywhere, rain or shine, except today, because it was really
Yeah,
loud
today was
out.
too.
And then Sassy Stitchers, 6 o'clock at night, 6:30,
We
rain or shine.
bookend the day. We
Yeah,
bookend the day. That's right.
how great
fun.
to be a senior. Yeah, I love that. We still have our whist group meeting here on Saturday nights. And they have probably as good a time as well. You know, when you find a group of friends, do this, something interesting together at night or off hours, it's a lot of fun. But if there's any winter programming, I know the winter wellness is a thing. And I'd love to bring back the wellness calls. Actually, a woman who went to the Boston Pops trip this past Friday, by the way, I'll be posting pictures soon. 30 seniors had the best time. They had a great driver for the vehicle. They were in traffic, but I guess they had a good time. And then one woman said today she had the best chicken of her life. And then they all made it home safely, which is really neat. BSU provides the transportation. There's an anonymous donor who purchased the tickets, and then we subsidize the dinner. And then the folks pay for part of it as well. But I tell you, they had a great time. But one of the members, who's a member of BCCR actually too, she asked if she could do some holiday cards for folks to slip in the bistro bags, to just handwrite little notes. And I said, "You'd go for it. I think that's pretty special to send a nice lunch with a holiday card. Probably more Christmas now because Hanukkah ends this week, I believe."
Started the 8th. It started a couple days ago.
And okay, so next week it will end. So we'll probably do it Christmas week in the bistro lunches. So next week. So we'll do some holiday cards, but she's going to come in and send them out to all of the bistro folks, which are about 40 people, and the Meals on Wheels folks, which are another 60 people. So she's going to do 100 cards, which is really cool. I love that. So the wellness classes we'll do bring back next year in January, I think is a good idea. And we'll have a new student starting. Her name is Sarah. She's a psychology junior. And she's very excited to be with seniors, which we love because we need more people in our field, our industry. And speaking of students, Karen, our current MSW, she has a class, a TED Talk this week. I believe it's tomorrow. She'll be going over grief. Oh, look at that tree. She'll be having a TED Talk, which is a way to get technology and human interests together. So it's a 10-minute TED Talk and then a discussion on what it's like to grieve and to have experienced loss, which is very important to talk about during the holidays because I can almost safely say every single person that we know has experienced something like that. Because we usually outlive somebody or we've lost a pet or a home or some kind of a loss. So she's going to be leading a group discussion on what that looks like to try to get the group together and support one another. So it's a good experience for her. And Dave, that's all I have.
Well, that was a lot here, Emily. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all that. The next thing on the agenda is commission member agenda items. Does anyone have anything they would like to share? Okay. It looks like the next meeting is January 8th at 2 p.m. Is there anything anyone would like to bring up or share with us before? Oh, I'm sorry. Who's that?
That's Gloria.
Yeah. Sorry, hi.
I've had a couple of seniors approach me, and I understand this, then they're all asking the same thing. Is the senior center ever going to bring back tax filing assistance from like the AARP volunteers who used to come into the center and help people with their end of the year taxes? Several folks are really missing that. And I was wondering, is there any way it can ever happen again?
Yes, that was one of my agenda items. Goals, not agenda items, goals. Because we used to have that service
Yes.
prior, I don't know when it ended, but it was such a great service. And what
Absolutely.
it takes are 2 volunteers. So we have 1 volunteer and we just need 1 more volunteer, which we're currently recruiting for. And then they have to go through a 1-year training and shadowing another site. And then they can come to the Bridgewater Senior Center. So,
So
it
not
does take a
this year.
long time, but we are offering, it's in the newsletter. Joe Benson, who's a CPA, is starting January 1st, taking appointments. Gloria, it'd be awesome if you could share this with the folks who are asking you. So
Okay.
in the newsletter on page 7, it has
Okay.
income tax preparation
Uh-huh.
and it's affordable. It's for really any resident who's age 70 plus. I
Okay.
believe it's $40 for a straight tax return.
Okay, that's very reasonable.
That's
And then others, like if it's more complicated, I think it's a fee for service that just goes up. And if you're under 70, I can't remember the rate, but it's so much cheaper than going to an accountant or a
So
firm.
do you have copies of the newsletter in the office now?
Yes, yes,
Okay, so if I came by, could I pick up a few extra?
absolutely.
Okay, Thank you.
Absolutely. Have folks sign up soon because I think he'll be here from January through April, but I have a feeling he's gonna be booked. Because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the first time he's doing it in person.
okay, so his name is Joe Benson.
Yes, yes.
Do you have a phone number for him, Emily? Can I, in case I,
I'll get it to you. I don't have it here.
all right, thank you.
But he's the one, we've been referring to him for many years. And
Okay.
folks have reported very good things about him.
Oh, good.
And he's also offering it because we still have a small group of seniors who won't do in-person activities at all. So if they want to take their paperwork or their returns and drop it off, he will take it, go through it and give it back to them without
Okay.
meeting in person.
Okay, good. Okay.
It's a great question.
Thanks, Gloria. Does anyone else have any questions or anything they'd like to bring up? Okay, well, thank you. That was a great meeting. The next meeting again is January 8th at 2 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
I see Diane and I see Gloria. So there's 1 and 2. Thank you very much, both of you. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays.
Happy
And
Hanukkah. Merry
I
Christmas.
guess we'll see you all at the next meeting in the new year. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks,
Bye,
Nick.
everybody.
Merry
Thank you very
Christmas.
much.
Thanks,
Take care,
everyone.
Care,
Happy
everyone.
holidays.